Anthropic just dropped Sonnet 4.6. And if you're running AI agents or automations in your business, this changes the decision you've been making every day. Most operators I know have been defaulting to Opus for almost everything. I've been guilty of this too. But after going through the benchmarks this morning, that's actually costing you money without giving you better results in most cases. The gap between Sonnet and Opus just got a lot smaller, and in some areas, Sonnet is now winning outright. Let me show you exactly where the line is. So let's start with what Anthropic actually said. Performance that would have previously required reaching for an Opus class model, including on real-world, economically valuable office tasks, is now available with Sonnet 4.6. That's a big claim. Here are the numbers behind it. The one I care about most for automation builders, scale tool use. Sonnet 4.5 was sitting at 43.8%. Sonnet 4.6 hit 61.3%. That's not incremental. That's the kind of jump that changes how you architect an agent. Then office tasks. Sonnet is now number one. Not just close to number one, actually above Opus 4.6, above GPT 5.2, and above Gemini 3 Pro. For document processing, inbox management, financial analysis, the stuff most of us are actually building agents to handle, Sonnet is now the better model. Agentic financial analysis, 63.3% for Sonnet versus 60.1% for Opus. Again, Sonnet wins. And now the context window. They're saying 1 million tokens in beta. I'd take that with a grain of salt for now. Once you push past 100 to 150,000 tokens, quality tends to degrade. That's not new with this model, but honestly, for most workflows, you'll never get close to that ceiling anyway, so it's a non-issue in practice. And pricing. Same price as before. Significantly better model. If you've been running Opus at $15 and $75 per million tokens for tasks that Sonnet now handles better, that's a real cost you're leaving on the table. So the question every operator needs to answer right now, when do I use Sonnet and when do I still reach for Opus? Here's where Sonnet 4.6 wins. High volume tool calls in N8N or Make, document processing, inbox management, and report generation, financial analysis and data extraction, computer use tasks, especially if you're using Claude Cowork, anything running repeatedly where the cost is going to compound, and structured agentic workflows with clear inputs and outputs. Think N8N and Make. Now here's where you're going to stick to Opus 4.6. If you need complex multi-agent coordination, code-based refactoring, or architecture decisions, novel problems with no established playbook, and high-stakes one-off tasks where errors are expensive, this is where Opus 4.6 still wins. Anthropic are drawing this line themselves. Think of it like knowing which specialist to call. Opus is your deep strategy consultant. You bring them in when the problem is genuinely complex and novel. Sonnet is now your operations expert. Faster, more cost-effective, and frankly better suited to the day-to-day execution work that makes up most of your stack. Bottom line, this is a genuine leap, not a routine update. The 61.3% on scaled tool use alone makes it worth paying attention to. And the fact that Sonnet is now outperforming Opus on office tasks and financial analysis means the default just use Opus instinct is no longer safe. It's just expensive. If you want to learn more about how you can utilize AI to build these kinds of systems in your own business, there's a link in the description.